the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And I got my girls, Tasha and Ziggy. Say hey, y'all.
Yo.
Yeah, so we excited, guys. Live show is coming up.
Yeah.
We got 2 weeks left? 2 weeks.
It's only 2 weeks.
Yes. March 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. at 3 Mask. So if you haven't already gotten your tickets, you can go on our IG page or the Facebook page. The link is there. $5 for the tickets if you purchase it now, and it's $7 at the door. So I just wanted to go ahead and open up with that because, guys, get your tickets. It's going to be on and popping. We got some things in store, and I'm just super excited. How y'all feel about it?
I can't wait. It's our first, official, you know what I'm saying? Event.
Yes.
And the public can be there, so...
Yeah, and then you guys get to interact with us. Like, you guys get to talk about the topics with us. So if y'all got questions, it's just going to be one big interactive, dope episode. So
it's personal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you can ask us questions too personally.
Right.
Like, how do you feel?
As you talk about up close and personal, I guess tonight we want to kind of talk about ourselves.
Open up the
get
floor
up close and personal.
Yeah.
Yes. So y'all can go ahead and start.
Anybody want to ask any questions? Well, you can ask questions.
Ask questions.
Be a little transparent.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do I want to know about you guys? So, what has been the most? What has been the hardest thing for you guys to, I guess, accomplish or tackle being a single mother? All the weight is on your shoulders. I completely know that life. So what is one thing that you really wanted so bad, and you had to do whatever you had to do to get it by yourself?
For me, I don't know, because I started out really young, so. You got an older daughter, you got an older daughter.
Yeah, we all
started off in the
negative. I started off pretty young. I have to say, I really don't, I don't know if I had it, I missed out on too much. I think I still had time. I think I didn't have time to do too many, traveling and do some of the things that I want to do on my own, because it is a lot, but I guess I could say thank God I have their dad there, kind of helped, and I still was kind of a little extra when I first had my kids. I still was hanging out, doing some parties and stuff, because I did have him there, and then I had his parents and my mom. So I did some things, but I don't really have a major, say, a regret. Oh my God, I missed out so much. I'm actually kind of glad I did it then.
Not regret, but
something that you wanted and that you had to strive for.
Well,
and it was tough.
School. Okay. I will say school. I didn't finish school, and I remember when I got pregnant, I was in my first year of college. So I would have to say my studies, my education. I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And then the next year, I'm a couple years later, I'm pregnant again. I'm gonna wait again. And then before you knew it, tried to do it when they was in school, and I'm like, oh, they were little, it's too much. Yeah. And so I ended up doing it when they were teenagers, and that was hard, man. Yeah. Taking them to school with me at night, but I would say that, and I tell my kids that now, make sure you get everything out of the way, school and everything, because you get more concentration time. So that's all. Yes.
For me, I would say school, and then I would also say fighting for financial freedom. Mm-hmm. That's been the struggle, just trying to get in a place where I don't have to worry about where the next dollar gonna come. If I decide to travel, if I decide to buy something extra, I don't have to feel like, oh my God, okay, wait, if I buy this, damn, I gotta write this down, this, that. That's a continuous thing that I'm working on. And
all single parents.
Yeah, I think it's just financial freedom. A few years ago, I started traveling, so I did feel like at one point in my life I was missing out on traveling and experiencing the world, but
you see all your friends on Instagram.
Yeah, my friends was traveling, thotting, and
living their best life. I'm at the crib by myself.
Yes, when Talene was young, I would see my friends on social media. They be doing cruises, they this, that, whatever, and I was in the house raising a child. So. I would say the main thing is that financial freedom, and building my empire. Yeah. What about you?
Kind of the same. And school was one. It took me so many years to get through school because not only as a single mother, people don't really even understand this. You have to provide financially, mentally, physically. So while you're trying to go to school and do something for yourself to gain that financial freedom, you still have to make sure these kids are fed.
Yep.
They have a cozy place to sleep, a safe environment. Schoolwork is getting done. They got shoes on their feet. All those things. And when the fathers don't really help you financially, all that's on your shoulder. The water got to get paid, electricity got to get paid, rent got to get paid, car note, insurance, all that. Then you got to pay this bill to provide for the kids. But then not only that, you got to pick them up from school, take them to the doctor, take them back home, drop them off, take a shower, go to school, do your schoolwork. And people don't understand how much
it's pressure.
If you want to progress in life and you are a single parent and you don't have any help, because if you did get some financial help, you could hire maybe a nanny 3 days a week or a good daycare. But without financial help, it's all on you.
Yeah. Because like even today, when we had to record, I'm at work. Like now my job is a little more demanding. So it's not like back in the days where it's time 6:30 come. You just out the door. Nah, like you got work to do. And I'm like, okay. And I leave work later than usual. Tasha at the house waiting for me, which is not a big deal. But then I still have to run to Sky Daycare. I have to try to make it for 7 o'clock. I made it on the dot. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to leave there, pick up Taleen from her friend's house because, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't got no way to get home. She go to her friend's house, and then I got to run, pick up Sky, leave from picking up Sky, pick up Taleen. Well, because she got to be on the list. So like, I got to add Tasha. I didn't have time tonight, but I'm going to add, you know what I'm saying, you guys to the list, if stuff like this. Because Tasha was at the house for a minute. You know what I'm saying? She could have swung and got Sky.
I was on my way. If it was like on my way, stop.
But, Tasha would have been able to, because by the time you got here,
it was already time.
But
I could have left earlier.
Right.
So,
but yeah, so it's a lot. People just don't understand how stressful it is.
And we all had a kid young. I had my daughter the day before I turned 19, so technically 18, but kind of technically 19. When did y'all have? 18. So we didn't realize then, and our mothers never sat down and explained to us, and this is something I talked to my daughter about. We started off in the negative. So whereas when people get out of high school, they're starting their life. No, we started off 10 steps behind that. So we couldn't even just go directly to college because we already were put in a position that you put in at 35 where you got to provide. And usually when you do have to do that, you have a husband who's helping provide with you. We were kids with no help, none of that, and we had to do, like, I wrote a poem and I said that I have the same type of pressure on me as a man that's hauled off on a stretcher or in jail. A man with a whole family.
Yeah.
But we females, I weigh 130 some pounds. I know you weigh 100 and...
I don't get to my weight.
What I'm trying to say is all the pressure that's on your shoulders.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, before I even get there.
I knew I was like, she gonna go to stop me right there.
Girl, you weigh 139.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
So, how many kids do you have? Ziggy?
2.
Natasha?
2.
2. Wow.
Yeah.
2. Now, listen, let me just say this real quick while y'all are talking about what you're talking about. It's a real serious subject to me, what you guys talk about, single motherhood, right? That's the single part of it. Now, mind you, my mother wasn't single. My dad was always there. He's still there. Crazy bastard. But just having to do that on your own, I commend y'all.
Thank you.
Seriously commend y'all. That's a serious thing. You know what I mean? Now, you have 2. All of you have 2. Now, my mother, first child at 15, right? There's 7 of us.
Oh, wow.
I know. Yes, my dad was there providing. He was the only one working, but my mother had to do everything you guys are talking about while my dad didn't come home until like 9 o'clock at night. He'd leave 9 in the morning, not come back home until 9 o'clock at night. And she had to do all of that and be in school because, her goal was the same thing. Like, I need to be in school. 7 kids now. You know what I mean? It wasn't all at once, but it was just like back.
It's a lot of
back. I'm like, damn.
But without the financial pressure?
Right.
Right. She didn't have that financial
without
pressure,
that financial, it's a big.
But the mental aspect of just having to deal with that. Because
it is a lot.
My dad was providing financially, but he wasn't there.
He wasn't there
because he was out providing financially. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I know how tough it can be on this. So, and I commend y'all.
Yeah, and we actually, thank you. I actually had an episode a while ago when we did like single mom versus a 2-parent household, and myself and another girl, we were single parents, and then my cousin was on as the one that had the 2-parent household, and she kind of talked about what Abdil was saying. Like, she's saying it's still a struggle. If you want to close that door, you can. Okay. She's saying it's still a struggle because she has to do all the hands-on stuff while he's out working. But
most women do.
Yeah, I mean, but imagine how hard it is to not have that extra, right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
We have like what she does
and more, right? Like it's not easy. Yeah. But I mean, we fighters, we troopers, we out here doing it. We have good kids.
We have great kids.
We have great kids. And so that makes it, like we did good. Your son is going off to college soon. Yes. Our daughters all are juniors, right?
Very intelligent. Yeah. They've been on an episode themselves.
Yeah, so what's another question? We didn't do too bad.
That was a good question, Ziggy. I like that.
But what else I want to say is we fought so hard just to get to 0.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We started out in the negative and we fought hard just to get to 0. And now you can't stop us.
Yeah,
right.
We take it all. Right.
With that, the next question would be, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
I definitely see myself owning multiple very successful businesses. I will be the next Black female billionaire.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Speak that.
So I see myself married. Mm-hmm. It's possible that I could have another kid.
Yeah.
But I have to have a nanny. When I'm 6 months pregnant, nanny got to get hired.
I'm good.
Period. Because I need some help.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I'll be the nanny and she can be, the mom.
You love it. I can't with Ziggy.
I'm just playing. So no, I definitely need a nanny because I have to work.
Yeah.
Soon as baby pop out, back out here in these streets.
Right.
Yes, I got a lot to do. So I definitely see myself owning some sort of maybe a tech company or a production company that has a lot to do with tech, and my candle company, and what's the other one? Oh, real estate. So I plan on owning a lot of real estate.
Nice.
That's where I see myself.
For me, 5 years from now, I'm seeing myself with a successful podcast that may have transitioned to something greater. Multiple business. I just started my t-shirt company. It's going to be featuring inspirational and motivational quotes and phrases, and also shouting out like my friends and stuff. Different things that they say, like, Ziggy said, popping it on a handstand. I can't put the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to keep it clean. But my t-shirt company, married. I don't know if necessarily any more kids for me. That's tentative. But I just want to be successful. I want to be in a space where I don't want to be rich. I just want to be financially comfortable, where I can travel, I can live my life, I can, own, multiple business, where I can just do what I want to do. Like, I own the company, and I can just how these people make, like you be in there working these people company, and they be out on the yachts and on the boats, right, like while you slaving over their work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to now be the one out there living my best life.
So if it's any slaves out there who need a job,
hit a sister up, because I got some jobs for you. Okay?
We got a job for you.
Yes. What about you, Tosh?
Well, for me, in the next 5 years, I definitely see myself living with the love of my life.
Yeah, love
of
my life.
Oh, shit.
You are.
So I see myself in the next 5 years living with the love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my beautiful home. Mm-hmm. My kids, they're going to be grown off in college, both of them. So, one will be off doing their own thing. The other one will be almost finished with college. So definitely celebrating, momhood by just traveling the world. I see myself very successful. I know that for a fact. Within the next 2-3 years, I see myself successful. Having
And what does success mean to you?
Success, I'm gonna have my businesses running. I'm going to have, comfortable in a comfortable setting. I'm gonna have at least 2 vehicles. Like I said, my little getaway home. Just traveling, living life, and living my truth, knowing my purpose, finally finding my purpose and living through that. And just I see where I'll be able to, I've helped people over the 5 years. So that's where I see myself. I'm excited for that.
In my vision.
Yeah, yacht. I'm gonna be laid up on a yacht.
If I don't have a car, honey, I will have a yacht.
Yo, like when I go to Miami and I did that boat, what you call that thing? The boat tour, and people had yachts parked up in their backyard.
This is life.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is a life. Like, instead of having a car parked up in the back of their house, people had yachts parked up at the back of their house.
Babe, let's go out on the yacht today.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. Call your friends over and be like, ladies, let's have mimosas and be out on a yacht all day. Just
that's if they busy, then that yacht can come.
What?
What?
We have to have we gotta set aside girls' time.
I agree. We do.
So we could go out on a yacht and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Reflect on where we've been, where we going, and
Yacht's definitely the vision.
It's definitely.
I see it. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can see the yacht is like 100 feet long. I got on my 2-piece swimming suit.
Yeah.
Long swimsuit.
Bow.
Yeah.
You know what? That needs to be us for Ziggy. Bow. Yes, because she love a bow. Like, yes, that's it right there. I got it. That's
drink in hand.
Right.
All the fresh fruit. Because the chef then prepared the fresh fruit and stuff. What y'all want?
I want strawberries and grapes. I love
so
grapes.
More fresh fruit. Yeah. What you want, Adil?
Oh, I'm gonna be there too, videotaping?
Yeah.
No, you ain't even got the videotape. You taking a break.
Oh, word.
Right.
Yeah, I need that.
You living your best life now too. What about you, Abdul? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Listen, I don't want to sound cliche. Look, I just want to be happy. Whatever that consists of or is, whether it be me finally having my first film actually on the big screen or just me still being alive. This world's crazy. Man.
Yeah.
That's really it. I just want to be happy.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I just want to be happy. Like, happy. That's it. Where I'm legitly, obviously life is not going to be perfect, but where's legitly not a frown behind my smile. Everybody see you always smiling, but you have so much that you have going on inside, and people just will never understand. They will never know. I hear that. But I just want to be able to have that smile and it legit be pure happiness. Even though I was about to say, even though I can't front, I am happy. I can definitely say that I've legitly found my happiness. And even though I'm single, what will happen once I meet that person is that they're going to add to this happiness.
Being in a relationship does not equal
exactly, it doesn't. And I used to feel like being in a relationship equates to happiness, and then I realized that hell no. Happiness is being happy with yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you want, creating. Like, creating has been like such a big thing with my happiness, where I'm just like, yo, what?
No, I'm listening to you. I'm just remember this. As I continue to help you guys record and everything like that, I'm learning a lot, right, from things that you're saying. So my mind starts to wonder. And it's
behind
like,
the scenes.
Both of you are single.
She's single.
She's single.
Oh, yeah? I thought that you were.
What?
No, because I wanted to.
Go ahead.
I wanted Tasha's opinion on the matter because I thought that she was actually in a relationship.
Are you?
Well, I will. You know what? I'm going to present it today here on.
Go ahead. Present it. Come on.
Transparent, because we go back and forth. Because I know that person will be watching and listening. So, and since you're a guy, you can, it's kind of hard in my situation. So I've been around somebody for 2 years. I love the person to death. Yeah, actually today will make 2 years.
Okay.
Love it. Yeah.
No, Valentine's Day. Wasn't it Valentine's Day?
Actually, you're right. The 16th is going to be true, but we kind of made it official around this time. Mm-hmm. So, met them 2 years ago. Beautiful person inside and out. Very intelligent, smart, the different, we do have a difference how we show love, right? Mm-hmm. This person shows love a little bit different than how I show love. They're a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive.
Aggressive?
They're a little bit more, not really aggressive.
This is what I did the whole day. I said aggressive.
Look, like, yeah, not really aggressive, but they're more, I say on the humble side. You know, whereas I'm more like love, mm-hmm. and they're more like reserve, right? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like their way of showing love. Maybe I'll let you drive my car, like, you know what I mean? Like that's something I don't know.
I give you keys to my house.
I'll give you keys to my house. Things that I don't normally do, I'm allow you to take those steps. So that's how they show, right? And that's how they show love. But I want more. So I am in a position where I do want to see more. I want more from the person, but the person is saying, "This is what I can get. This is me. This is me."
Is that what they're physically saying, or
this is what they're actually telling me? This is me. This is what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
it doesn't change.
That's with any man.
So if you can't accept what I'm giving you, then it's never gonna work because I'm not gonna be with who you want me to be.
Right, and after being at the age that we're at, it's very hard to change the dynamics of someone, whether it be male or female.
So the question is, do you accept that, or do you want more?
Of course, everybody wants to be, and when I say everybody, I'm speaking for myself. So for me, I do want to be in a relationship, right? And then when I've built this relationship and this history with this person over time, it is hard for me to just walk away, because I have feelings in it. You know, you have love, you got trust, there's understanding, and it's not like the person has done anything to me to make me like I'm done completely. My done is because I'm like, I want you to love me this way. I want to hold hands. I want to rub noses. I want to travel. I want to do things that you normally see out in social media. You know what I'm saying? But this person is like, my love is different. How I present my love is different.
And that doesn't work for you.
Right.
And it's not. So I am in a hard position where we've gotten in, you know what I'm saying? We butt heads a lot. We butt heads. One day we good, one day we not. And another thing that doesn't help is that this person is not here all the time. They're not here in the fit, so it's like already on top of, and they're not here because they're, you know, they have to work. They got things they need to do. They have things they're setting their mind to. So they're more of a person that they deal with business first versus, you know, love relationship.
Technically, you
gotta respect that as a man for a
right.
man.
So it's hard. So it's kind of like you have somebody, but you don't even know if you really have somebody.
So what do you call that? Are you in a relationship?
It's a situation.
That was the next thing I was
right. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. But then if I say out in public that hey, I'm single, you know, or I need a, you know, hey, I'm looking.
Oh, it's a problem.
It's a problem. But and then the problem will be it's not like they feel some type of way about that. But at the same time, they're not going to be like, hey, I'm holding you down. You gotta stay. They're like, hey, do you if you want to be happy?
Yeah, but as soon as you do you, they manage.
Yeah,
but because
men possessive.
Right, guys are different. So y'all express feelings differently, and I'm learning that. So I have to learn that. I watch and observe him. Like, okay, is this really appropriate for me to do? Because I don't think if I really if I want to talk to somebody like, yo, here's my number, blah blah blah. He would feel some type of way. Right, the respect factor. Right. So it would feel some type of way. So you know, that's just my situation.
Well, see, in a sense, you're respecting that person's feelings because you wouldn't want them to do it to you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like we have to like stop going for bullshit. Like a friend of mine, we were talking the other day, and then she was saying how, and I understand like y'all been in it, so you know
it's hard to get out of something even if for 2
but
years.
We need to stop accepting shit that we don't want. Like I told her, I said we might be single for longer than we want to be single for 3, 4, 5 years. But when you meet that person that truly respects and love you and is going to give you what you feel like you need and want, and vice versa, it's gonna be worth once you meet them and you're in love and you're on vacations and you getting surprised this and flowers and this, whatever it is you feel you want. It'll be worth it once you wait and it comes to you. But we gotta stop accepting the BS. We have to stop accepting mediocre love because we are missing out on real deal things. And while we in this mediocre love, you could have met your husband 10 times.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not saying you mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
We-
Like
you
you
know
know
you
my
my
dog.
boo.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We just speaking. You know, generally
down.
speaking, like when we accept things that we don't really want, but we just want to be with somebody or be in something. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing.
No, I actually be transparent and say that. I mean, I'm there because I want to be there, but I'm also there because you do want that. You do want that friendship. We have an actual friendship. So it's like for me just to walk out, and then you know what I'm saying.
But sometimes you have to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and
we'll take a break.
Take a quick break, and we'll be back. So
We're
before
back.
we went on the break, we back. Before we went on the break, we just talked about we need to stop putting up with the BS so we can get the real deal. And when we get the real deal, we can look back and be like, damn, see, this is what we was missing when we was messing with these dusty busties.
Because, see, the thing is, people, we love to blame something outside of ourselves for what we go through. But in all actuality, it's all on us. So, you can say, oh, just your situation. You can say, oh, this person doesn't love this way and I want this, isn't it? But it's your fault that you're continuing to not be loved the way you want to be loved because you're continuing to go for it. He showed you what he was going to do. So you're going to either accept it or you're going to strive for more.
Right. I mean, because like the thing about him that I can say is that he, unlike a lot of dudes, I mean, I don't know, in the beginning, you know how things are. You can't really speak for the beginning, but unlike other dudes, he's really upfront with his expectations.
I love that.
Yeah, like what he wants, what you're gonna expect. Like, this is me. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna give you nothing different than who I am. I have to. The thing is, he's being real to who he is. Like, he's being real to him. This is who I am.
To a certain extent, because when a man really loves a woman, he wants her to be happy too. So if and this ain't nothing personal against this person because I fuck with this person. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, when you in a relationship and you don't give everybody everything, but if you in a relationship and you fuck with somebody, you're gonna give them everything. You care about what they want or how they feel. Right. And that is a law. You're supposed to get
that back. I definitely agree with that. And that's one of the issues because it's kind of like I show you, and the argument would be, well, that's you. But it's like still, if you love something, someone, anything,
they're gonna feel it.
And I always make the analogy like if you're trying to strive for anything, if I don't care if it's a new car or a new outfit,
you're showing it love.
You're gonna put love in it, just like Ashwa was talking about with the whole love thing. Everybody has their way of showing love, but love is something that it's an expression.
There's no limits.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like I feel at times I do feel limited. So it's like I don't know. I don't know if that's right. So I don't know.
Well, maybe he don't know how to love,
and that could be true too.
Maybe he is not like limiting, or maybe he's not holding back. Well, and essentially he is holding back, but maybe this is how he knows how to love. Like some people just don't know how to love, and that could be his situation where this is his love language, or this is how he loves. Because even like he loves his kids, but even dealing with his kids, like he shows the videos and stuff, but he's still stern with them. He's still like he don't be baby, and he don't baby them. You know how some people love their kids and they just baby them because they wanna whatever. But he's stern with them. He's teaching them the law of life, and maybe this is just how he is.
That's how he is, right?
Because he's not like that with his. He's not like boom, boom, boom.
I believe he probably has moments where he is like that.
He probably do, but it'll be moments. It's not.
I mean, I've been around him, and he's like that all the time.
Yeah.
There's no how the cuddly or what I mean. He'll lay in the bed with him reading stories and stuff like that, but he is like. The personality is like,
let me tell you something about that. That's the difference between deciding to have a baby and being forced to have a baby.
Wait, what did you say?
I don't know. I'm not waiting.
I'm saying men are a lot different than us. So we birth the babies and we nurture them. But if they didn't decide like this is what I want, it's a lot different. And men, I feel like when they have a baby with a woman that they love, they treat that baby different than just a woman that got pregnant.
I don't know. I think that's just how he is. I mean, but
I think that's how he is.
Yeah,
I feel like even, and I see what you're saying because he's also a person that really didn't have intentions on having children. But what I respect about him is that the fact that he's there and he takes care of them and he loves them kids like that, and that's crazy because that's how I level like his love. Like I measure his love is through his kids. I'm like, okay, he loves his kids, so I know like he's capable of loving. It's just he's like really stern.
It's just different,
and that's what kind of keeps me hanging because it's kind of like I'm like, dang, I want it my way, but
that's probably just him.
Right?
Yeah,
it's
that's just him.
So
that's how I feel.
I'm trying to. It's kind of like, and I'm sure he, you know, obviously he is like, yo, you got to do you because I want you to be happy. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but you want to be with that person at the same time because you feel that person. You have like you have a connection with them, so you don't want to, you know. So you just like, well, I'll just chill. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, there are days, and I sit back and I'm like,
Tasha, you just got. I feel like
there's days that I just want to be like, man, you know what I mean? Maybe.
That kind of goes back to what I was saying when old boy was here last week. Remember, we talked about the levitation of valuable emotions, what love really is. You sat there and you corrected yourself because you said just a moment ago. What did you say? Maybe he don't know how to love. And then you corrected him, was like, well, that's the way he loves.
Right.
That's how he loves.
That's how he loves.
In his mind, he could literally
he's
loving,
like he's loving this shit. Right.
You know, I love the shit out of you.
Yeah,
right?
in his mind.
She's like, nigga, love me more. Like, I want you to.
Yeah, right.
Like I really can't
right.
tell.
At the end of the day, what it boils down to is, do you accept the way he loves you? That's what it boils down because he's thinking about himself. He's being him. You know what I'm saying? Now, go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm taking it all in.
He's being real to himself. Like, this is how I love. Now it's on you to say, do I accept the way he loves me? You know what I'm saying? And again, we all know it's not easy. Like, you love him. You know what I'm saying? So,
let me ask you a question.
But
from all three of y'all, because I really want to know. I mean, this is for the people too. Obviously, everyone's a different type of lover.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What type of lover are you? You should know automatically. What type of lover are you? No excuses, no bullshit.
I'm a 100% lover. Like and we were not taught this. I taught myself this. I am very affectionate. I am very respectful. I am very nurturing. There's a really soft side to me, and the guy that I'm with gets all of that.
Okay.
For me, I'm like a all-in lover. Like I
your sleeve.
Yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I only get there when I feel like they deserve that. And I'm just like an all-in lover. I'm just all in.
And you pretty much explained the type of love you.
Yeah, I'm like a hopeless romantic, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I love you. I heard a little bit of last week. I love even when somebody, and that's the thing, like with him, I love even when no one, you know, I try to go past.
But people probably think they shouldn't.
Right. Somebody else would, right. And that's the thing, like with him, it's kind of like a project because it's like, dang, trying to drill through that.
We love projects
right?
that never work out.
Right.
And the thing is, it feels like it sometimes because I'm like, I've always loved people. I've always been like that. Like anybody that someone would see as being difficult, like somebody else may look at as being difficult because he says it. He's every girlfriend he's had. They're like, I can't, and they all peace out.
At least he's willing and or able to admit that.
Right.
But then he needs to start doing some reflection and looking at himself.
Right.
Well, he
might be thinking that he is in some form and fashion. Well, he could have been worse.
Well, he does. He says that this is me. Like I'm not. If it is okay if they go, that's just because obviously it was not meant.
So he's content.
Right. This is me. This is me. So I'm like, there's no other way. And I think that's what sometimes gets me a little bit. Because I'm like, and I've said that. I'm like, well, dang, if you had 5 big chicks that said, I can't, and you don't have, like him, he don't have a problem with me. He's like, I love you the way you are. Like, I really like you the way you are. Like, I don't have a problem with you. You could be, you have your
because
way.
he getting his cake and shit, right? You the shit, and he getting everything he would want and need from a woman.
So I don't know. Would you look at it as maybe, I don't know, is he lusting?
It's all based off it's an individual basis. I mean, like she had just mentioned a moment ago, Ziggy had mentioned something about, we're working on a project. But the thing about love or trying to love is it's always a project. It's a continuous working thing.
Love is a continuous working thing,
Yeah.
but there's certain things you should not have to try and teach somebody. We're all adults.
Well, you
At this point,
a project is not necessarily teaching someone either.
That's true.
that's what we mean by project.
Oh,
We're working on something.
okay.
But just and that's you're right. It's like a by basis thing. I've been there. When I was younger, I'd take on projects. Oh, he needs this. He just don't know how to do this.
He's trying to figure out.
Fuck all that. I ain't doing none of that now. You grown. I done been through some shit. You should have been through some shit by now, and we know that we don't want to go through that shit no more.
Right.
So let's not do that shit.
Right. Just, yeah.
And I think it all boils down to me. It's like, okay, if you're not happy or you don't want to be here,
Don't
there's
be
the
there.
door.
Well,
Like,
Tash,
don't be there.
what do you want?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It all boils down to me. It's for me to make that decision. He has
don't
to
know.
do
You
it.
don't know.
She got to think about
Right,
it.
because I'm saying at the same time, I don't have I have a reason to walk away, and I don't have a reason to walk away. My reason is, okay, I'm like, okay, great guy. I think I'm always looking forward to see what he can do. I don't know. It's like 2 years now, so I'm like, ooh.
You'll look up 10 years from now and be like, I'm just gonna see what he gonna do.
Why does 2 years seem so long to you guys?
What do you mean?
You think
What-
2 years?
2 years is not long to
2
me.
years ain't shit.
Really?
That's
That-
the time
maybe-
you learn
Well,
to
this is
learn.
coming from a person that was with someone for 16 and married to that person for 4 of it. So, I mean,
I mean, 2 years is still a lot, especially where we
That's a-
are in our age group.
When you know,
2 years is we don't have no time to waste.
So let me ask
and
you.
it's not even time.
Let me ask you as a male, when you meet a woman, right? Because I've heard males be in a relationship. They met somebody in the first 6 months. They're like,
They
I
know.
love this woman. By 6 months later, they're ready to marry the
It
girl.
all depends on the energy. It all depends on the energy. It depends on the person. Again, what I've learned as time went on, I learned that everything is on an individual basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Everything is on an individual basis. I could fall in love in 1 hour if the conversation, energy, everything is right. Love is the limitation of that.
Let me tell you guys what the technical meaning. Love is when your emotional gates and your sexual gates are open for the same person. That is love. You are emotional about them and you are sexually attracted to them. You are in love
That's
with
just
them.
one form of love.
Well, we're talking about relationship type of
Relationship love?
Yeah. Of course,
No,
I don't
wait,
want to have sex with my kids. I love them, but
That's type of love,
you
right?
know what
And
I'm
I got
saying?
you.
Right. So no,
That's
yeah.
what the people don't understand. Like, yeah.
In a relationship or a significant other, like that type of love. Is when
So
you
you-
both activate your emotional and sexual.
So you've never. All right. Well, okay. I see what you're saying. Let me not even go there. Forget it. I got
Do
you.
it.
No, it makes sense because I was gonna say the sexual part of it has to be involved, but it does because
In a
of course
relationship.
you're always physically attracted to someone.
Right.
It's the visual
That's
aspect.
first.
That's first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
So I get it.
first.
I get it.
But, well,
Any questions from a man's point of view, or any tips from a man's point of view about how we love, or
Oh man. I can go on and on. No, I don't have any specific tips because again, everybody. I keep saying everyone is different. Everyone's different, and I learned that the hard way, thinking I can walk into relationships or deal with women the same way I dealt with what I would consider my first love, quote unquote. You know what I mean? And that shit didn't work. I had to learn how to individualize every person and damn near start from scratch and learn to listen. Patience is everything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? A motherfucker wants to tell you, who said this? Tracy Morgan. A motherfucker want to tell you everything. You just got to learn to shut the fuck up and listen to it.
Yeah.
especially women,
You know what I mean?
we
Yeah.
give
So,
it all.
I think you should have
The guy Oshawa last week said it best. He said that, when you see you know what I'm saying, like you can't see what he sees. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, you're away, but you can't see that you're a certain way. And that's probably with Rodney. Like he's away. He can't see that he's a certain way. So what you're seeing, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't see it.
Right.
And a lot of the times, I don't know.
There are certain things or triggers or tips or signs that you are a certain way. I know that I am aggressive because of the way people react. He knows that he needs to step it up because girls always leave. So that's like a hint that you got to start doing some reflecting.
Yeah, but sometimes people don't want to see it. Like they turn it off. Like, well, like you said, this is who I am.
People don't.
You know what I'm saying? People don't want to take right. So it's like they might.
He could just be accepting who he is and be like, look, maybe
because people don't like.
No.
Oh wait, no. I see where she's going. No. I see where she's going with that one. My dad is the same way. He's like, look, listen.
This is me.
I can't. There's nothing else. This is me. And again, after a while, because I'm sure he's older. He's not no young cat.
He's around the same age.
Okay, so he's not in his 20s.
Right.
Boom. So this is something that has been taught, learned. Like he's
Right.
seen things in his own personal life that has molded him into this person he is today.
But it doesn't matter at the end of the day if everybody is leaving for the same reasons. Like you have to like. At one point in my life, when I started seeing that I'm in different relationships and it's ending the same way, then I had to take a step back and say,
but guess what? You're probably thinking, who's there right now? Oh, well, yeah, they all left, but like, I just keep getting them. Because now she's there.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're a dude, so you're going to get them.
Accepted it.
Wait, what?
And that...
It's hard for guys to get chicks, man. What are you talking about?
So, wait. He accepted it, right? And that's a cop-out because you can be exactly who you want to be if you want to be that person. Mm-hmm. Just like Tasha just said. When I reflect, it took me being a single mother for the second time to say, wake the fuck up, Zanita. If your relationships keep ending this way, there's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
And you have to change it.
What was that then, since you figured it out?
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
I wrote a whole book about it.
Oh, shit.
It's called Reclaiming the Throne. It was I was raised by very aggressive women who treat, and I've never seen a woman treat a man like a man. I've always seen a woman tear a man down. I've always seen my mother's aunts talk bad to men, tell them they ain't shit, baby their sons. I realized that I was raised to be aggressive,
right,
and not let someone take advantage of you. But it took me being in a relationship with a Caucasian man, and I saw how his family, the women in their family, dealt with the men. It was completely different. And the men dealt with the women completely different. The men took care of the household. The men catered to the women. The men were softer, but the women were softer. Exactly. So I realized there were some things that I needed to learn about taking care of a man. We were raised, and we've even had these conversations. Don't make his plate. Like, he need to be doing this for me. If he ain't doing this for me, then this, and that. Fuck all of that. Oh, the women in that culture completely cater to the men. They're very affectionate. They just rub on them and they're soft with them and they love them and they kiss them and they take care of the household and they cook the food.
I don't know because I'm like that. I mean,
it's not a black-white thing.
Right. No. I'm saying that I was aggressive.
Right.
How crazy you happen to witness it from a set of white people.
Yes. And I kept my mother was single with 4 kids. My aunts are single with 3, 4, 5 kids. My grandmothers have been single with 13, 20, however many kids. Them just popping that pussy back then. But what I'm trying to say is there was a cycle, and I was falling right in the cycle.
Right.
And I did not want that. I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to have a man. I wanted to be like my Caucasian boyfriend's grandparents who are 75 years old and they still hold hands when they go to fucking Walmart. My grandmother and my grandfather haven't slept in the same bed for 20 years.
Right.
I don't want that.
Right.
So if you don't want that, what are you going to do to change that?
Right.
And that is I'm going to start being a softer woman to that man. I'm going to start catering to that man. I'm going to start uplifting that man.
Right.
So for him to say he is who he is, that's what he telling you, bitch, this is me.
Right.
I don't want you. I ain't trying to keep you. I'm trying to do this. So what I learned is that's not what I was trying to. I'm giving
this is how he is, though. This is really how he is. Like that's how he is.
I didn't want that. So therefore, I had to teach myself how to cater to a man, boost his ego, communicate with him effectively, rub him, touch him, love him, kiss him. Men need to feel adored.
Telling you, that's real talk.
It
like,
is
we
real.
walk around here. We some sensitive.
No, you're sensitive
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But like
I mean,
you
speaking
said,
myself, I'm a
it
cancer.
just.
I'm a whole sensitive.
You're
motherfucker.
Yes,
sensitive.
You know what I mean?
Oh
But
my
we
God,
love
yes.
hard though.
But this,
But
this,
yeah,
this
you
goes
get a
back
lot
to like I was
cancer
saying
reason.
last week, though, and this is where I was even saying about observing people because I'm even learning how to like try and observe him. Like, you know, I'm like, all right, because in the 2 years, what I've done is like, this is not what I want. This is what I want. This I want this. I don't want what you got going on. But I'm like really, and I said I tried to observe what he had going on, but I'm like, man, let me really try to observe who he is. So there's certain things like now I'm really trying to take into perspective, like, is this what I want? And if it is, will I be able to deal with it? You know, so that's kind of where I am now.
Yeah.
But like Ziggy was saying, even though all jokes, that's how he is. It's kind of like, this is me, and shit, I could do, like his thing is, I really could do without you. You know what I mean? Like I could do without you. He said it. He don't sugar. He's a person that does not sugarcoat.
How do you feel about that?
It is hurtful when somebody does say that. If somebody says I could do without you,
right.
But his thing is he's molded me to know that. In a sense, I understand him now because it's almost like he's let me know that this is the truth. Like I'm not sugarcoating it, but at the same time, when you think about it, it's hurtful, but it's not meant to really hurt you. It's just meant to me saying this is. He's like, Tasha, we come here on our own, we're gonna die alone. So technically, I don't need you just like you don't need me. His thing is you don't need me to be happy. You don't need me to live life. I don't need you to live life. We're here because we're here. But if you walk away tomorrow, I still gotta do what I'm doing. If you you still gotta do what I'm doing. So his thing is, I don't want you to depend on me. I don't want you to depend on your happiness depends on me. You're like, right. So his thing. So I look at it like that. Of course, when it's because I'm an emotional person, so when you first hear it, and if you just put an emotion to it, and somebody says, I don't need you, you're like, well, damn, I want you to need me. But this thing is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love you, right. I love you around me. You're a help to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, you are around me, you do this, you do that. But at the same time, I want you to understand that, God forbid anything happen, you still could live without me.
That's a tough thing, man.
But that doesn't mean don't show me you love me because you don't
I'm
need
like
me.
that. Like when I fall for somebody,
right?
Like I'm in it. Like I need every part of your soul type of shit. Like I want you to want my I want you to want my mind, body, and soul. And I wanna yes.
I'm the same way.
You know what I mean?
Scorpios are really sensual
like,
too. I'm the same way.
With you.
I don't know about Scorpios.
You know what I mean?
No.
Scorpios are very sensual.
Well, my mom is a Scorpio, and it's a whole different animal. But no, that's what it, like. I want to intertwine with somebody. I want to actually like everything. I want to embody everything about you. I want you to do the same, reciprocate the same energy. I don't know how you're dealing with what you're dealing with.
I couldn't.
As humans,
I'm Aries.
And you being in Aries. That's
right.
Fucking weird.
He has literally broken me. My normal stuff, like me, a few years ago.
He what?
I said he has kind of like broken me like a mold. Like I'm almost like a mold, like who I used to be.
I'm glad you can admit that.
Because how I used to be.
Do you think that's a good
he
thing?
would have been, I would have been gone. I would have been gone. Period.
How you gonna break the mold?
So with me, I don't look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as if kind of like
because you're trained, so you don't look at it as a bad thing.
Okay.
I don't look at it as being trained. I look at it just looking at life in a different way.
Because perception is reality.
Right. At one time, I used to look at things one way. In other words, like my thing was just like he's doing. I looked at it how I seen it. So it's like if somebody was okay, well, I don't peace out. You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't doing but peace out.
You ain't let me like how much
Right. So bye. Okay. You know. But now when he breaks it down to me, it's kind of like I have to be like, You know, I scratch my head. Just like I just told you before. If he would have said, I don't need you. The first thing I would be like, oh, crying, like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But as time went on, it's like, Tasha, I need you to understand that me saying I don't need you doesn't necessarily mean I don't need you, but you could do without me just like I could do without you. So now it's changing my perspective. So it is hard because it's almost like it's me trying to find out, well, what's life really all about? Is it all about relationships and how other people look at it or how I look at it? Or is life like what reality, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it is hard. It's hard because it's like I'm growing, but also it's like breaking the mold of who I used to be, who I was trying to be. Now I'm this other person. It is crazy. It's a lot.
I got something I want to ask y'all, but we're going to take a break.
Yeah. Now, actually, we're gonna wrap it up.
We'll wrap it
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna wrap it up.
So,
It's good though. It's deep.
Wait, one more question. You said you had a question.
it's going. It's about to go. It's about to go. If I ask this question, it's about to go.
Well,
each
one
one of y'all
round.
got.
They didn't text me back, so shit, they.
Oh, okay, yeah, fuck that man.
Let's go.
Well, yeah, hey, listen, all right, fine. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll get some batteries.
All right. So, Abdel, when we was coming off, you had a question to.
Oh yeah, no, because Ziggy had brought up the fact that with the love thing, it's it opens up it's an emotional thing and then a sexual thing, right? Of course, the emotional thing comes from you know, conversation or just being around a person in time, it being, you know,
intimacy.
But the sexual part, everyone has that one thing that happened to them or one thing that happens to just open up that gauge you're talking
Chemistry.
about. You know what I mean? Like, so I was gonna ask each one of y'all, what is it for you? What is it for you? What was it for you, or is it for you that opens up that part of the love aspect?
Oh,
is
yeah.
Is it kissing, or is it, you know, whatever it is? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a sexual thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is it for you?
I have always been very prude most of my life. So that's not really expressive sexually. I was raised by, I had 3 brothers and a father that were very hands-on in my life. And one thing that they definitely made sure I knew was, bitch, keep your legs closed. So that's why I'm kind of like a dude. I had a lot of male influence. And so I just, like, me and my daddy was road dogs until I was 12, 13. My mama was working a lot. He was in the streets. So he was the babysitter. But he loved it. So me and him would get dressed up. We in the streets all day. So I have a lot of my father in me. So I'm very dumbed down sexually. It took me until my early to mid-30s to really be comfortable expressing myself sexually because I was so dumbed down by the men in my life. But so I have to, for me to really open those sexual gates, for me, I have to be emotionally bonded to you, which is going to take me feeling safe with you, which is going to take a lot of intimate moments with you.
So maybe I should rephrase. What is it about the guy that he may do or will do sexually to you to open up those gates? Sorry about that.
Oh, like what, dude?
Like what? Oh shit! He just kissed my. Oh goddamn!
Oh,
like,
you
know
trying
like,
to get?
What is
Like,
it?
you mean like
some people take because kissing. You see what I'm trying to. But listen, no. You gotta answer this question next too. Listen, because like
what do I like?
Some people with kissing is like not only sexual, but it's an intimate thing.
It's very intimate.
You know what I mean?
I'm not a big kisser.
So it's like something. Everybody has that thing.
I don't dislike kissing, but I'm not a big kisser. So kissing me on my neck is definitely get the job done.
Take notes.
So after you've been intimate for a while, a couple of days, whatever, and then he leans in for the kiss to say goodbye or whatever, cheek. You know what I mean? And he leans into that spot. That could kind of like set off that. Okay, maybe he might get some later on. Maybe 2 more dates or whatever. Okay, great. Your neck, right? Your neck, right?
This is dope.
Right? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Yeah, my neck. It's also it's very sexy for a man to wear, like, I don't know why. Like, if a dude have on like a fresh, like, white or black t-shirt with some nice fitted joggers.
You like the clothes.
The clothes.
Joggers. What the fuck? Okay.
I'm really detailed. And some nice sneakers. Or maybe, and like maybe like a nice watch or something. Just super in a nice clean cut.
Actually, that kind of looks like what I do got on.
Right. Absolutely.
Fitted joggers.
I gotta calm down.
Nice watch.
Y'all have to calm down.
No.
It's very good. Y'all gotta calm down.
These are not joggers, by the way.
You kind of
Army
did
fatigue
explain.
Those are like
Those are joggers.
Yeah.
And they fit it.
I'm gonna put
But
my headphones on.
I meant like sweatsuit joggers, but those are nice joggers
See
too.
what
I
I'm
like
saying?
those.
He got on the whole fit.
Yeah, the whole fit that she
I'm
explained.
not really a big beard person. Like beards don't really
she
do
cut
for me.
down.
I don't hate it.
Shit
No,
up.
no,
You see the
no.
post that I put up there today?
Uh-uh.
Anyways.
You don't have like a big beard.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like big like Rick Ross beard.
Yeah, like a hang.
Oh,
You,
she
you
said
good.
that.
You good.
I'm
You good.
good.
But like
Fuck
something
off.
small, that's fine. You said what?
Cause I'm about to cut this motherfucker off. But they're laughing at some other shit though. Yeah, hilarious.
so dead.
But what did you just say at the ending or what?
What I said?
No, you said something about the beard and then you said a smile.
She like
that's
small.
the smile.
She like
That's
any small.
That's anybody though. Everybody wants a nice smile, right?
Yeah,
you got a
I
nice
assume
smile.
so.
Yeah, he does have
Yeah.
a nice smile. I actually was gonna say it.
What
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You
what
do
you
have
doing?
She
No,
it's wrong. Everything.
Every one of you here has a nice smile as well.
Like you,
All right, so
So first, I had to emotionally be
connected.
Okay.
connected, and then I started looking at shit like, okay, yeah, he fine.
But wait, I'm confused. How can you be emotionally connected
Right,
when
you
you admitted the
You gotta
fact
look
that
right.
it's a physical thing at first?
Right.
So is it the
It
what he's
is.
wearing and then I'm confused.
Well, I'm mature enough to understand that you have to like what you see.
Separate.
Okay.
So I can see him and think he's attractive.
Okay.
That doesn't make me want to have sex with him.
Okay, agreed. All right. Okay, now what is it that a man will physically do to you?
I'm dead.
You're dead.
What? Just pop it out?
Yeah, just pop it out. Just pull it out. Physically, I'm a kisser.
Okay.
But again, like Ziggy, I have to be physically attracted first. And I'm a kisser.
You said that already.
I know I did. I just don't
Where
like
the stimulation
answering.
come
I
in?
don't
The
like.
neck?
Yeah, she's like,
I don't like answering questions like
You wanna
this.
show.
Yeah, I don't
The
like
back?
it. No, the neck. The neck is a
Just
hot
touch
spot.
it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
You
move on
guys
to the next.
I'm
very,
hold on.
Don't even try.
Have you ever had a man just like, y'all been talking a little bit or whatever, you don't know where it's going, but you're physically attracted to him, he's physically attracted to you. You guys go out to eat or something like that. And then he just rolls up to you and you want it, but he just kisses you. He just kisses you like kissing. It's the best kiss you ever had. How does is that something that opens up those
It
gates?
does
Has
because
that
I
happened?
am. I've been in a situation where I've kissed someone. Like you've never kissed someone, and it's just like your whole everything.
You can
just,
feel it.
Like just So I've been there where you've kissed somebody, and it's like the connection through that kiss is just like
Maybe that's
out of
what it
this
is.
world.
It's the connection.
Yeah,
You
like
can
the
do anything.
And I'll get to the point where I
Don't
actually
even
brought this
touch
up.
me.
And like
What did you say?
I said, don't even touch me too long. Be connected because this is going down.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Don't be like, hey, did you go? Bow.
I'm dead.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, kissing is definitely the next level for me. It's
Okay.
like if we could kiss, but if we kiss and there's no connection, I will pull
It's
all the way away because I feel like
Ooh, yeah, it's a serious thing.
it's a
I'm
serious
kisser.
thing
You know
because
what I mean?
You're a kisser?
Okay.
if you kiss and then you don't feel anything,
I
that
see which
means
lips,
it's
but-
nothing. Like it's nothing there.
Hello.
But kissing and you feel something,
Yeah. Okay.
that's deep.
Tosh.
Okay, rephrase that question.
What is it that opens up these sexual floodgates for you on the on the sexual side? Like, is it a kiss? Is it
A
what
touch,
is it?
a look,
What
a smell.
if you can even recall something? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I did that too. I'm sorry. Yeah, a guy that
No,
smells
you
good.
smell good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a guy that smells good. Yo, that's just.
That's a big
That's
deal.
it for you. Just smell good.
No, it gotta be the whole entire. First off,
Because I know you're
Like
really
Ziggy
emotional. You're emotionally.
Yeah, I'm emotional.
Already the way you are, but obviously, again, when the
Looks
sexual
is big.
floodgates open.
well, I shouldn't say physical
how?
appearance, but how well they're put together.
Okay.
That is like number one. So
You-
first off,
yeah.
if I see a guy and I'm like, I mean, they don't have. Well, I'll take that back because there's times some guys are not all the way put together, but you at least need to be put together. And I say, well, not all put together. Maybe the shoe is off or something. I'm like, dang it. But and the conversation may be really.
That'll get you
so for
sexually
me,
aroused?
yeah, conversation. Like it depends. Yeah, conversation.
Conversation.
Yeah, conversation. So
will do it.
Conversation get a
The
bit pussy
conversation
wet.
has nothing to do with the. I'm looking for the physical aspect of things, and
So you talking about like the first
Like how she
time?
mentioned a kissing.
So is this
thing,
somebody
like
I already
that's
know? Am I dating?
Well,
them?
yeah, of course. I mean, that has to be.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so we going past the point where I just
Right.
Okay, so I'm
What
sorry.
is it that allowed you to open up those sexual floodgates? Was
Oh,
it the kiss?
his whole
Was it-
swag. No, the
Yeah,
swag.
the whole swag.
The swag. That's
not
it.
even
The swag.
physical.
Nah, this is swag.
It's just sometimes if you connected with somebody, you can just look at them and it is just
It's
going
on
down.
right.
Yeah,
If you
it's
connect with
swag.
somebody, yeah. And so
the guy's
it's swag, it's
You're not
the
really- so
smell,
are you a big kisser?
how he put himself together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like in that moment, the heat of the moment.
And that
Whatever
swag
they
just
say,
walk up to you and be
yeah.
like, all right, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that
they
kiss
just
of a lifetime,
everything
you
just
good?
right. They just look right. So for me, I'm already feeling the energy. It's like
Right,
they look right.
right.
Everything about it. They might stand right. They might, you know what I'm saying? The music might
Look
have
at
they
you
do a
right.
little dance.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what
like,
is
okay,
the probably the bigger thing that we don't really realize, but it's there? How he treats you.
Yeah.
How he treats you will make you really be like,
Yeah.
he can
Well,
come
yeah, I
get
mean,
this whenever he
that
wants.
part comes
That
with
comes
the
with
other,
the
the
other
other
side.
side of the sexual
Yeah.
floodgates. You know what I mean?
But this
That
is,
comes
I
with
guess,
the,
it's more like
the
kind of
physical.
like, right.
the emotional,
Emotional
emotional
side.
side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I think
That's
a
right.
lot of times the emotional side is what connects the sexual side. For women, so for men, you have to arouse them physically. For women, you have to arouse them mentally.
That's bullshit.
Emotional.
I
No,
don't do
it's
that.
not.
Look, you can't say
I'm
no, it's
telling
not, because I may have some information which you do not know of as a man.
I'm sure you can fuck some bitches on the first night or some shit.
That's
But that
That's not even where I'm going with that. What I'm saying is that I've learned, as of recently, the funny thing is, I'm about to be 40 years old. I just learned this recently. 'Cause I was wondering what the fuck was going on. There's situations where I'm not having sex in my relationship, right? So, of course, questions are going to start popping up. What the fuck is going on? You ain't attracted to me, or I'm thinking, right, damn, am I not attracted to her, or she attracted to me? You know, vice versa. This happens to men all the time. Females, and a woman can never understand, will never understand what we go through physically with our body and in our minds. And a man will never understand what a woman goes through mentally and physically with their bodies. We can try our best, we can get information on it, all of that. What I'm saying is, I figured out that I have to mentally be there. If I'm stressed out over work,
That's
if
true.
I don't- you know what I mean? Like,
That's
but
true.
hold on, check this out.
That's
Check this
true.
wild shit out.
this is after
Do you know-
y'all
do you
said
know
and y'all
this is-
been together for a little while. Because the first few
Yeah,
months,
yo, it's always like that. Bet, right?
It's
Right,
always,
right,
yeah.
right. But there's even times where, I'm single, right? And I can go wherever the fuck I want, do whatever I want, fuck whoever I want, and I'm not mentally there. Still. Now, mind you, I'm not saying I'm not gonna get.
And when you
some.
say you're not mentally there, that could also mean, like, say for example with Rodney, he's all about business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
say if you all
So
about
he's
getting your
slacking.
stuff off your ground, you mentally just like, yo, I'm on a hustle
And-
mentality.
And then on top of the fact that you may not mentally be there for whatever reason, whether it be work, a death in the family, people grieve differently, whatever it is, females don't realize, and this is why I always say that it's easier for a woman to get dick than it is for a man to get pussy. We have to have this blood in this motherfucker right up on this head, rush down here
right?
to get erected.
Yeah.
If we're using all of our blood molecules to think about
Nah,
shit that's going on,
I
as a
feel.
fact,
I
research
get
that.
it.
I mean, now,
Research
because
that.
y'all should be getting there for no reason.
But no,
Yo,
that's not what he's saying. But mentally,
No,
still, you gotta be there though, because if you even
Oh.
you say no reason,
I
but if
get
you looking
it.
at a girl, you still gotta be thinking, yo,
Yeah, like
what am I gonna be doing? What I could be doing, whatever.
Like,
It
you
still
know, you
comes
have
from
to-
here to go to
you don't
here.
realize that the blood. If you have no blood in your brain, that means your brain dead. You're gonna die, right? You
So
can't
what are
even
you
think.
thinking about if I walk past you and I brush it like that? Cause that shit,
Nothing. First of all, I'm thinking, don't hit my balls.
nah. Cause if you brush it, that shit start getting hard.
Did you not just?
Okay, come here. Let me brush it real
She
quick.
made like a
Let me
gentle-
brush it real quick.
She mean like a gentle.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
like a gentle-
yeah, I'm not talking about.
Like,
No, I'm talking about like a gentle brush. You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit don't do nothing to me. Nah, son.
Alright, come here. Let me test it out.
Yo, Reggie.
Yeah, get up here.
Hey, look,
We
listen.
back here. We back here. Yeah, cause that.
But look. The point was, brushing up against somebody, a man's joint ain't gonna do it. That's why I was trying to say that.
Nah,
But that's what I'm saying.
You
to
gotta
be
be
fair.
there. You gotta be
Right.
there. A man
Nah,
has to
can a
be
man-
there mentally.
to the man-
I would
Brush.
brush.
Listen, the reason why I say this is because if that was the case, then men would walk around with fucking boners in the middle of the street everywhere, in a club, everywhere. They're caught everywhere. Now they do. Now y'all would have noticed it. Stop it.
So why?
But it's easier for a man to take a little break, fuck the bitch, and
to go back on it, right?
But to be fair,
Wait, you know what? Wait, hold up. I got a question. Hold on, because I've heard men say this, so I want to know: is it true that you can know, like, if your girl went out and had sex with somebody else, can you feel the difference?
That's bullshit. Because I've learned something else. All right, so you know the stigma is, oh, if her pussy loose and feel loose, then she fucking somebody.
Yeah,
no,
that?
dumbass. If her pussy's loose, it doesn't mean that she's fucking somebody. Because what happens when you get penetrated? Your walls get swollen, right? Mm-hmm. Okay then.
So it wouldn't feel loose necessarily.
Right. So I'm confused why people think that if her shit's loose.
So I'm saying, but what the point is
concerned about is if the shit is feels swollen, nigga.
But the point
tighter
is,
than usual.
can you feel a difference, whether it's loose, tight, whatever? If your girl go out and cheat, would you be able? Guys say it curves to my
different, right?
Not necessarily. Well, it smells different if they use protection.
Yeah, well, because
that
latex.
That latex is hard to use.
Yeah, that latex.
You feel what I'm saying? Unless y'all fucking raw. All right then. So.
But then you're still gonna change your bacteria.
Right, exactly. Unless you super douche.
Either way, can you tell?
Can a man tell?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Really tell if they girl.
That depends on the individual. It depends on how connected you are with a person, because you
that person's gonna know.
Connected with that person.
They know that,
and you know the feeling. You know you know what I mean. You know what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah, it's not necessarily probably how it feels, but they just know something is off.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
That makes sense. I mean, I hear guys say it all the time, like, "Oh, I can feel the difference." They say, So I don't know.
Anyway, back to my question. I'm sorry. I was saying, because to be fair, when you were saying the rub up thing, I'm like, if a dude rub up on your crotch, you would get horny like that?
Or if you rub against your nipple on your titty.
But you know what? It probably makes sense, boils down to what he said about a dude. If a dude just brush across my crotch and I'm not feeling them, whatever.
Right.
So that was basically, I was saying, it does make sense.
It's not like,
It could be a chick that I am feeling that she rub up against my shit.
Come over here.
Does that mean he feeling you?
Nah, I was gonna let Ziggy.
What the fuck? Yo, y'all hilarious.
Brush it real quick.
Listen. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
What makes it not matter?
First and foremost, we're not in an intimate setting. Secondly, look what my mind is on. Let's just talk about what's happening right now. Look what my mind is on right now. To me, this is work.
Right.
I'm focused, man. I want y'all shit to look good.
Well, you say you have sex at work.
Right.
That's fine. I do.
Yeah,
I didn't say in front of people. So, anywho, it's different.
That don't mean
it's different. No, look, listen.
Right.
I was about to say every man is different. Every man has their niche. Me, now, mind you, if this was a different situation, if this was the Ratchet podcast, and I said legs got spread open, I see exactly what I like to eat on a daily basis, then that'd be different.
What do you like to eat?
Right.
Shut up.
You know?
Shut up.
Lord, I think he needs to end it.
Yeah, we need to end it because it's going okay. Right. So like the goal.
Bad influence in this moment.
No.
It started out all
serious.
But this is a women really have this stigma or this imagination, if you would, or perception. Let me say that that men operate a certain way. No, we don't. Like I'm telling you, it's not that easy to just get certain men aroused.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you that blood. All right, you want soft dick or hard dick? What then? All right. You want soft dick or hard dick?
Me no get soft dick.
All of that shit comes from all that blood. You know what I mean? Like fuck, it's gotta come down here.
They let it travel a lot more often.
Right. I don't know, Ziggy, because my
experience. The dicks be getting hard.
Yeah, they be getting hard.
I hear what you're saying, and that is sometimes. But it's very rare.
Like and my perspective is you just gotta not be feeling the person like that.
Yeah, dude.
But if you feel it,
not the situation.
It might not be. I mean, you're a dude and you're telling us what it is. I mean, they're based on experience.
I'm basing it off of fact, an actual fact happening right now.
What?
No.
But you talk about because I didn't rub it the way I just blew
Yeah.
it. That wasn't this bloop bloop. That's nothing. You get
staged.
right. Your bloop bloop. This bloop bloop. You probably get that done every day by mistake. You walk past. Oops. Oh my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like people walking here, blah blah. But
cameras off, same thing would have happened. With an actual grab, nothing would have happened.
I
that doesn't
doubt
turn
it.
me on.
So
that little pussy got some power. Bitches know how to get a nigga dick on.
right. Absolutely.
Well, a show is hell ain't a motherfucking dick rub. Not for me.
Oh, whatever.
So in other words,
so what you
saying-
trying to
So
say?
what?
You got
What does it take? What would it take for you? Are you saying you need some head? Like what
No,
you,
I mean I like it. It feels great, but that doesn't do anything for me either. I mean I'll get hard and everything like that, but no. You start doing that shit.
It's based on the person, though.
it's
based on the individual.
Yeah, because some people,
It's
yeah.
on an individual basis. You know?
So some individuals don't
Just
even
I
care
found
for
out
that.
not all girls like getting head.
Yeah.
Not
I
all
mean,
girls like
yeah,
getting
I
head.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
No.
I enjoy
like,
it
what
for
plays you
foreplay,
from,
but
I would foreplay that.
Yeah, for foreplay.
I used to not like it, but it feels really
Yeah.
I don't care, but I'm like, God dang, hurry up and get up and let's get to the real deal.
And see, and I would say, as a man on my end, y'all ain't getting it done right.
See, a lot of people say that. I've gotten
The same way I've heard females tell me, "Oh, well, word, you don't come up ahead." Last time I came up ahead was when I was 16 or some dumb shit.
Really?
Like that. So, look, do you see that shit? Do you see her face? And they're like, they're not doing it right.
Look, she probably like, you ain't doing it, ain't me.
no.
No.
That's what it's like.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's a grown ass man. He's 40, and he's saying he
Yeah.
hasn't come off ahead
Since
since
16,
missing out on
man.
Yeah, like you're missing out. Oh, I thought that was my bad. It was the toy. I'm sorry. It caught
We
me.
were talking about church,
Right.
Well, that means he's saying, in other words, he just really don't either care for it or you can get it done.
I like it.
Right.
It doesn't take me to
that next level. Really?
Oh yeah, she's I'm about to bust it. Like, fuck out of here. What you talking about, bro?
And you've gotten some good head.
Oh yeah. Listen, I've gotten great head.
Had to.
He probably doesn't want
Great.
the interaction, the real deal interaction.
Yeah.
Real live.
That's how I don't want. I mean, like, listen,
Right,
I've gotten
slide
some
top.
good.
Yeah,
Same thing,
but-
because like you saying, maybe they didn't get it done right, but I'm like, I've got it done right. I just don't really care.
just don't care for
right,
it.
exactly.
It's not your
I'm just like,
the
can we
thing.
just get? I want to feel.
It's like before playing or whatever.
Right, I like the connection, so I like the kind of body to body
Yeah.
interaction, all the other stuff. I mean, it could be done. It's cool. Maybe leading up to that, but for me, the rubbing and the humping and all of that's the thing. That's
So, based off of what you're saying, I mean, all right, it's all right, but you like the whole body feel and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, another stigma with men, just like how women have it, men think that if they go down and eat it, that a woman's gonna come all the time,
Yeah.
right? But
Not
the
being
reason why I
good,
say
right.
that is because isn't the objective of going down there, at least for a man to a woman, isn't the objective is to make you come?
Yeah.
Well, what about
It
a
should be.
woman when she goes down there? Isn't the objective to
Right,
make
but
you come?
okay, I get that. But again, if for instance, Tosh, her mind frame is not even there. He could be down there for fucking hours. If she want a nigga, come on, all right.
You gotta tell him to stop.
Because she's not there. She's not mentally
you
there.
don't want to mess up the flow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like, come on, I'll be doing
He
something.
gonna
Like,
mess up the
Yeah,
floor
like
because
keep
you
doing
doing
it.
it.
Yeah.
Bring
come
his
on,
head up.
come on,
Like,
come
Whole shit got me
Come-
swole
come-
up for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
No, but as I'm saying though, the objective is for a man to go down there and have a woman come.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the moment.
Or-
yeah.
So I mean,
Sorry.
how often, based off of your experience in a general statement, I'm pinpointing anybody out, but does that happen on? Have you had the experience, if you would, to be privileged enough to every time somebody went down there, it made you?
Honestly,
Nobody
I
can do
have.
it.
I have had.
He said every time.
Well, I mean, it was.
No.
I've had it.
People do it wrong.
Well, that's
a
what I
lot.
see, and you might be more.
But I mean, it was
susceptible
only
to-
one person. It's not.
Exactly.
It wasn't
Oh,
a
shit.
situation
He
where.
said that's what
Yeah.
He said every time.
Oh no! I
Oh.
can
And
see
every once in
every
a while,
experience. Okay.
a dude
no.
will be good enough to make you come, but usually they they don't.
What I'm saying is, I've experienced one guy that every time he
But when it's
did
good,
it, he made me
because he
come.
found that connection. So you telling me? Well,
I think
let's be
I don't know if it was a connection, but what I can say is that
it was a connection.
nah, but what no, because if you know,
you just know what he's doing.
What I'm saying, when I say connection, listen to what I'm saying.
It was a connection.
It was a connection. He connected.
It was
The only way to make
something that
it
was about
is to connect.
nah, I
Period.
feel like if somebody knows how to do, like
Right,
even
well.
with sex, if somebody knows like how, like the anatomy of a woman and what needs to be done.
So can you have
saying
you can have random sex?
That's a connection.
I've had random sex,
Right, all right, so
And it was good, like this. It was bomb, like.
I've had good random sex before.
All right, well, hold on.
All
But
the
that,
time?
No, I said I've had good random sex
this is
before,
what
but
I'm trying to get at though. That still is a connection. Like, all right, so boom. Let me try to break this down as fast as possible and as easy as possible. You got a doorknob that you have to put a key into, right? All right. So the guy can either put the key in and make the connection or not. It's the wrong key. All right. So if you're telling me that every time with that one particular person he did what he did, it was the right key. That's the fucking connection.
nah, I feel like
He just knew.
he just knew what he was doing. I just
That's
because you
also a connection.
no,
dude.
I don't think that's a connection. You knowing what you're doing is not a connection. I don't feel like
I
that's
agree.
a,
No,
I
I
don't.
agree with that.
You can know like
and tongue are connecting to your clitoris. That's a connection.
right, but if you know what you're doing, it's
I think
going
she
to
means
go
like
down.
a spiritual.
Oh no,
like
I'm
a
not saying
connection.
I'm not talking about the connection with him. Like you have to physically connect with somebody too. I'm talking about the physical, and he physically knew what the fuck he was doing.
But I don't think it was a specific. It wasn't a specific to knowing what they were doing with me. I think it's
some people just
they know what to do.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you,
but that
you
happens.
know
There's
what
some
to
people
do.
that just know
Like
how
some
to just do
people
it.
with sex, some men know what to do. Knows where that G spot is, how to connect to it.
Very few of them.
Very few, but what I'm saying is once you got that down, then you know exactly what to do to please a woman.
You haven't had a man, other than the one that you were talking about, you haven't had just a man, whether it be random or somebody you dated for a little bit that ate you out or whatever, and it was just
What I'm saying that it was what, just trash?
No, or he made you come.
Wait, go back with
Did
the
he
question.
make you come or not?
No.
The random person.
No,
Or
not often.
Not often.
But he did though, at whatever point in time. I'm asking. Because you mentioned the one guy that made it happen every time. I'm asking, other than him, if there was a situation, whether it be random or somebody you dated for a little bit, whatever, did that person at least? Because I know you're making him go down. But anyway, did that person at least have you come or whatever at least one time?
I mean, I've had situations where they haven't or have, but it just depends.
Wow.
It depends.
Okay. I'm just trying to
I just really feel like when it comes to sex and all that stuff, like if somebody, okay, you have women that knows how to jerk you off, right? Like they're just women that know how to do that, like with the whole thing, the grapefruit, whatever, you know how to. If you know, like you have, no, listen, you have people who teach classes. That is from a movie, but it's real deal. That is a real deal thing. That's a real deal technique. It's a real technique. But what I'm saying is you have people who teach classes on how to masturbate a guy, like how to jerk a man off. So this woman has mastered what it is. The art of masturbate.
But he's saying that is the connection that the man had.
Right.
He mastered it.
Right.
He has connected to the female body
Right.
so much to where he
knows, yeah. But I guess when I say connection, I'm thinking more on a deeper level.
me too.
I'm thinking more on a deeper level. When I say you're talking about connect, just like skin with tongue connect.
Let me talk about the physical. Because remember, there's two aspects of.
But for a woman, it's still more
emotional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Understood. All right, I get
it is.
I get it.
Well, we going deep, and the time is going.
I got one more question.
You love it.
I love it. Who?
We just gonna split
I wanted to
some
ask this a long time.
Yeah,
ago.
Hold on, listen.
Go ahead.
There are podcasts that are super long.
That's why I said
This is a special edition. Who is you guys' celebrity crush?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown coming
She
here
like
right
it.
now.
She like his dancing
Bump.
ass. Boy, that fucking dance.
Now I can watch Chris Brown dance all day. I'll be at the TV like, get it, Chris.
It's like
Get it.
Chris Brown.
I'm like, oh,
Chris
yeah.
Brown.
I do. I swear to God.
You get like old lady. Come on, get it, Chris.
Get it, Chris. I be trying to do
random
moves
things.
and stuff.
And I don't know. I'm just looking at you
Because
like.
you gotta have a connection with somebody.
You can see me in front
Like
of this.
he coming here.
it's a
It's back to the swag. The swag is yo. That dude, it don't matter. He got it.
Word,
He coming here.
word.
All you gotta do is sing to me one time.
Word.
Just sing a note.
Yeah.
The whole
Is
thing
this-
flowing
this
down,
is-
flowing
this
down
is-
like
This is
Niagara
gonna
Falls.
tell a lot
Flowing
about
down.
each one of us as
Flowing down.
So Chris Brown.
Oh,
Chris
okay.
Brown. I don't even like light skinned guys, so you already know.
Oh shit.
Like I don't
okay.
really care for light skinned
That's
guys.
okay.
But
All right. That
listen,
says a lot. That says a lot.
ooh, he
What does
coming
it
here
say?
with-
That, because I mean, I feel what's coming from because I technically don't. Let me not say I don't. But like for instance, for example, I don't do the whole, and that's probably another topic, the whole interracial dating thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had white women before.
Yeah,
But
fuck all of them.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
You like the sex?
But there are some. I wouldn't say I have a really celebrity crush. Just in my sense, like there's. I don't know what it was, and this is probably when I was younger because she's super old. But
Hurry up.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, for some odd reason,
Who?
just Catherine
Catherine
Zeta-Jones.
Zeta-Jones.
She's Hispanic.
No, she's not. She's white. She's
Catherine
from Wales.
Zeta-Jones
She's
is
from Wales.
Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones is Hispanic.
No, she's not. She's from Wales. She is from Wales. She's Whale royalty. I don't even know what you call that thing.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Promise you. And when it
I
comes
don't
out of movie
know
stars,
what
when it
you
comes out of
mean.
movie stars,
Let me
I
see.
know my shit.
I know my shit too
Yeah, I said
now.
you don't.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she might be from Wales, but her ethnicity is Hispanic.
Really?
Gotta be.
She's a guy. I think you had facts.
You got it.
No, no.
Tosh?
Yeah, but hold on. I'm looking for the right thing. I keep talking.
Right, but no. All right, so go ahead. Who's your celebrity crush?
She's from Wales. She's from
This
Wales.
one from Wales.
Yeah.
Let me see what
That's
she
a
look like.
That's a publicity. That's a publicity. That's a problem. It's a problem.
When the
That's a
Cavassier kick
Right.
in.
That's a possibility. But she looks Hispanic, doesn't she?
She looks mixed.
Exactly.
Well, she know.
So I wouldn't call her white. She might be from Wales, but her heritage is definitely, she gotta have something else in her.
She could be Indian or something.
I don't know if y'all know this dude. I don't even know if he's a celebrity, but his name is Rome Flynn. He was on How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh,
I don't know.
watch that.
But he is
The
so
black
fine. He's so fine. Let me,
Was he one of the main characters?
Was he one of the
He's
students?
in one. Yeah, he's one of the new main characters.
Oh, so wait.
Oh, I
we
haven't
knew.
seen the new
That
one.
shit's
yeah,
still
like
going on?
he's
I thought they canceled that
he's
shit.
actually her ex-husband's son. She's the guy that got killed. Her husband.
He had a baby with
He had a
black
with a black lady. Yeah, so this is
Love
him.
chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
So you talking about in real life or in the show?
In the show.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's the product of
Oh.
the whatever.
Oh,
but
okay.
he's so fun.
And so what about you?
She's white. She's full white.
She is.
Full white.
Yep, I know.
He's so
What
fun.
about you?
Full white.
And you know some celebrities too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ain't
So,
gonna say it.
Oh, you see, she don't.
I would say overall, for myself,
Oh, Marianne.
You move for yourself. She said, I'm Marianne. That's his girl.
I can't say what I was gonna say.
No, see, that's not fair. You asked the question.
No, I'm saying what I was gonna say about Omarion. Because I fuck with Owen, I fuck with them just.
Because her face is black.
Oh, man.
Don't tell me.
My celebrity crush, I would definitely have to say would be 50 Cent.
Oh yeah. We had that
Kids in the building.
Yeah.
50 Cent is a cancer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
a
he's
full
very
moon.
emotional.
July 6th on my birthday.
But he's 100% man. And I love it.
I like, and even though it's because I don't know if he's like that per se in person or in real life, but the character Ghost, I like his character.
From Mark Harper?
Yes, I don't know if in real
He's
life
completely different. In real life.
I think he's completely
I
different.
like the way Ghost dressed.
Yes. Oh my
Now,
God.
50 Cent dressed like Ghost.
Yes. Yes. I love the way he dressed. He just looked like he smelled good as hell. Oh my God.
Well, he likes my
Whoever put his
What's up with you and smells?
Cause
I like
a guy
smell
that
too.
smells good,
Yeah,
like,
of course,
oh my
of course.
God. That's like I could be like minding my business, walking, and a guy pass by and smell good, and
Yo,
just
let me ask you a question. Did y'all know
But
that if
that's all
y'all
women.
wear certain men's colognes that it's not too strong, that y'all attract more males?
I always wear men cologne.
I think there's something
YSL,
sneaky about your ass.
Ferragamo.
you
Oh
always
yeah.
wear
Yeah.
men.
Oh yeah. I just love
The-
colognes
It
and
attracts
perfume.
men. It attracts men, and then vice
And
versa.
men like men
If
colognes.
a guy
but
wears a more feminine
fem-
smelling,
smell,
like
yeah.
the unisex cologne, it attracts more females.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I've never heard or even thought about wearing cologne, but it makes sense.
Because newsflash, this is a secret to selling. This is a secret to everything about life. People like themselves. So they like things that remind them of themselves. You can even mirror somebody. So like if you sit here talking and I would just do like this,
Right.
you're gonna feel a little bit bonded to me
Connected, yeah.
than you or Tasha because you sense me and you sense you and me.
That makes
just,
sense.
That's just human psychology. So people like what they like. So if you smell like what I like, I'm like, oh, fuck with Tasha. I don't even know why. But you smell like out
Something that you like.
Something today.
So period.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay, so we are going to wrap it up. Did you want to tell her what's on
Wednesday,
Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yes, it is whatever it is that you want to be, or whatever it is that you want to be, your appearance should exude that every day. So don't go around talking about you want to be a news reporter and you look like you work at Burger King.
Right.
You have to make that your life right now. And then the life will catch up to you.
Nice. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for listening to the Traveling Fans of a Single Mom. And we out.